somebody came up to me the other day where I guess the rundown, presented by Body Armor. Body Armor is premium sports drink, provides superior hydration. It's packed with electrolytes, coconut water, vitamins, while also bringing in sodium, low in sodium and high in potassium. Body Armor. My guy Mike Rapoli, I've talked to him. I'm friends with Mike Rapoli, like legitimate friends with him. Shout out Vina Rose who run a race. Every time I do a read like this, he texts me and go, "Why are you giving us the boring reads?" Every time.
Yeah.
And then they still write this boring ad.
Body Armor's delicious.
That is the copy, and the salespeople just put it on there. They should just write talk about Rapoli and Body Armor.
And Body Armor's delicious. Like I drink it all the time.
Body Armor
the
Light.
orange, the Octagon orange is great.
The strawberry banana is my favorite drink.
Body Armor Light has the same nutrients as Body Armor Sports drink, but is naturally sweet and only 20 calories. So that's good, not a lot of calories.
This is our first rundown together.
Design here.
In the whole.
All
Yeah,
of us?
Really?
well,
All
yeah,
three of us?
all
Wow.
three of us.
Also, shout out, we had people like Rapoli, who was in Big Brain. He was very good in that.
Yeah.
It's a good show. Did you see our new company? It's Roomy. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a very good idea by a Princeton kid, where it's like a mattress company now. Now we own
colleges,
Presension,
right?
but he gets the names in colleges. So what do you need when you graduate college? A mattress. So he has you. It's like you like the mattress you slept in. Well, here you go. I'll have it in your first apartment. It's a smart kid.
The Big Brain is like unfiltered Shark Tank,
Yeah.
where it's
Yeah.
like John Taffer and
I
Mike
mean-
Rapoli are asking business questions, and Dave just like spit it out, spit it out.
When you told that guy,
spit it out.
When you told that guy it was the worst idea you've ever heard, but
That
you,
was
but
a
you
pretty-
gave
And
him
what do you do?
money.
What does all inclusive mean? You kept on fucking asking that guy.
That guy couldn't answer
Yeah.
the question.
We rent out the venue. We created our ticket software, our website that gets to fans.
And what was it? What was the event?
It's an all-inclusive pregame event, so it's
But
like
there's
an indoor.
7,000 of those.
So what was
There's
it?
not-
How much did the ticket cost? What did you get?
Yeah, so we had an all-inclusive event. It was $220. The Super Bowl is an exception because
You got to tell me what the Super Bowl event was.
yeah, I'm telling you,
It was nothing.
that's the most expensive event we've ever done. So our venue in Atlanta came to us 2 weeks
What
before.
was it? When I walked
It's an
in, what
all-inclusive
is it?
event. It's a
You
big
keep
pregame
saying
party.
all-inclusive. Who
What was it? Why is
it
it
Justin
special?
Timberlake?
The back razor is like, here's 38 razors that you just shave randomly down your neck. That was the bad idea. But yeah, I thought Taffer was going to punch a guy at one point. Like Taffer was.
Well, didn't the one guy say I wasn't prepared for questions? Like, well,
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
And now just keep in mind, in a future episode, Taffer and Rapoli don't know what Frank the Tank presents, and they think he's a real presenter. That is.
Well, so did
Shout
Frank.
out,
Yeah.
shout out
thought-
Frank, the must watch.
I mean,
That
we'll
deserved a
we'll
must
talk
watch.
about
we have that.
Did you
I
have
was
that?
gonna,
You have that, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, Coley, say something again from up there.
Colby.
Colby. So we get this voice of God thing. I think I met your dad, Colby. He goes, I'm crying Colby's dad. That's literally how he introduced himself.
Oh, no.
Crying. When you say that about your
Colby's
own son.
been on camera like one time in the last 3 years, and he's awesome at his job, but he's crying Colby.
Wait, what?
dad
Yeah,
introduced.
and what did you cry about? Something
It
ridiculous.
was,
the basketball game.
No, it was the fight at the bar.
Yeah, the fight
Yeah,
at the bar.
yeah.
That's the first time he even became aware of Colby. They just started crying because Loud Sean was his role model, and he was getting pushed around the ring by the guy we don't mention around here. So yeah.
Unreal.
He's like, I think one of my guys worked for Colby. He's like, crying Colby. I was like, oh yeah. Anyways, NHL last night 1-1.
It's a big win for the Blues, man.
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
got-
they have to.
I was prepared for a sweep. I was
You
like,
guys
Boston's
got-
going to roll.
Two
You guys got
games.
roughed up.
2 games, totally different. Bruins dominated 1.
Talk about pucks on net.
Blues dominated 2. A couple cheap shots from the Blues in game 2. Whatever. It's going to be a long series, 5.
Now, do you believe there might be a towel curse? You're 0 for 2, and I know that's a small sample size.
Yeah.
But when you do these towel things, it's
Yeah,
you
0-2.
going all in.
Also, it could have been the Bruins' fault because the Bruins didn't put our name on the jumbotron like they were supposed to because they got peer pressured.
Oh,
I
really?
heard Cam Neely was feeling the heat. It was like, I'm
Cowered
not.
away.
Yeah, and then now I'm trying to hardball the Bruins because he comes down to me. We had, I think it was, what's his face? Rudy had his camera waiting on. I'm like, get the picture of us. Hey, thank you, Barstool Sports. Frankie texted me in the third. He's like, when's it happening? I don't know. The sales guy comes down in between the third period and in overtime intermission. He's like, how's it going? I'm like, where's the jumbotron? He's like, don't worry, we're gonna squeeze it in. I'm like, dude, it's overtime.
yeah.
The game's over. Like it. So.
What would have happened if there wasn't overtime?
Yeah, right. He offered me a pair of free tickets. I said I want 10 grand off the price. That was my negotiation.
There you
Free
go.
tickets is almost like a spit in
And
the
it's
face.
Yeah.
and it's like
Big
this is a
time
big
insult.
part. Like we're doing this so it's socially, like to take pictures and whatnot.
Right.
And by the way, I didn't call up and ask to do it. You sold me.
Right.
Like you called and then you got these idiots complaining. So maybe it's their fault. But yeah, 0-2 in towel games. But Patriots won the Super Bowl that year.
I thought they didn't.
No, they
I
did.
thought that was the Eagles' year.
No, Patriots won the Super Bowl that year.
What do we have? Are you guys going to not game 3?
We're going to St. Louis game 4.
And then what was the story with Riggs almost fighting someone? Because we saw Whitney's response, which was
Gonna knock you
hilarious.
the fuck out.
I have no idea.
Oh, did you see it?
I sat, so we had through the Bruins yesterday, 2 tickets in the suite. Marina and I sat there, and then they sat in the other 4. So I don't know. Riggs got in a fight?
No, Riggs said he was gonna. He said that
Riggs dancing
some guy.
with YP was the most uncomfortable thing I've maybe ever seen.
Somehow it's like YP dancing wasn't the attraction.
Right.
Like somehow I couldn't stop looking at Riggs
Yeah.
because he had his eyes closed. He looked
So
like special needs.
Riggs said he was gonna knock some guy out. Told some guy behind him that he was gonna knock him out, and then Whitney said, "I'm sitting one section over. The guy is a 16-year-old." So we have to get to the bottom of it.
Wait.
It's a hilarious
I
back and
I
forth.
heard that the guy.
Okay. So he wasn't
the guy
16.
flipped his hat off.
He said, "Tell us what happened."
There
Because
he
Whitney,
is.
you obviously saw Whitney's
Whitney
response.
Whitney said you're
I didn't see
bullying
what
a
Whitney
16-year-old.
said.
Whitney said, "I'm sitting a section over Riggs. The guy is a 16-year-old."
Well, they were drinking, so
Yeah.
So what happened?
he's older than 16.
Yeah.
Drinking. So Whitney's wrong.
No, I mean, you could be drinking.
That was cleared up. All right.
Wait, what? You could be underage, but what happened?
I think that's like impossible to guard. It's like
I have
really
no
hard to
idea
get
the
a beer.
story. I don't know anything.
So I think it was third period, and we just after we were, Frankie has a video I think, but we were
gonna say.
we were just kind of cheering. All of a sudden, I felt a smack in the back of my head, and somebody smacked my hat off.
Shit.
And I turned around and stared right at him and
This
smacked
video.
him back in the face.
So you were in the right.
Yes.
Smacked him right back in the face, and I looked him
Well,
right in the eyes, and
did you
as
smack
best
him?
I could, and I said, "You touch me ever again, I'll knock you the fuck out."
You know what it is? I opened the gate because when I noogied
Exactly.
you,
Yeah.
everyone's
Everyone
like,
thinks
anybody
it's
can
okay.
do
This is a lot
whatever
like
they
the-
want to
That
the
was
fucking
exactly
game.
what
The
Federer.
kid does
Oh,
look
let me see, let me see.
younger, but I mean, Riggs is totally in the right here. You don't fucking touch anybody else. You don't flip their hat off. Especially, wasn't there 2 minutes left in the third?
Yeah.
It's a very important, and also the hat, that's important.
Important. Right there, I smacked him.
And his girlfriend is desperately okay, guys.
Oh,
I don't think that guy looks overly
Riggs,
young.
that's a
I don't think
bold
he's
move
like
when you're below.
lower man.
You
Yeah.
can't fucking fight up in the stands.
Guy sat down
But
the
look at
rest
this
of the
guy.
game.
He's got nobody behind the wheel. He's a fucking idiot.
Fighting upwards in stands.
That
is
guy,
a very
thought he could
ballsy
do that
move.
because I noogied you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Federer
it's
said.
open
Federer
season.
said the same
Yeah.
thing.
We addressed during the first period, we're 4
You're not on
minutes
mic.
fast.
On.
It was the floodgates you've opened
Yes.
are
With him getting
just
noogied.
every time something happened, I was ready to fight. Everyone was everyone's like, who's gonna throw the first punch? It's gonna happen at some point. This season.
I
Riggs,
think
you
it's
need to
such a
send out a tweet being it'd be a real shame if people Dick flicked Dave in St. Louis.
Well, time out.
This is
There-
like the
there's
golf
a-
cart
I hate
thing.
that.
Remember that when he had open season?
No,
on the golf
no.
cart, it
It's
was
very
you gotta
different
have
when
your
you're
head
on the
a swivel.
Jumbotron.
yeah, no,
I
the
agree.
Jumbotron.
You're putting on a show then.
Riggs, you
Yeah.
should have known that was coming. That was a classic Dave Portnoy move. I told the story about how I think you did something similar to me in Pizza Burrito, and it's from that point on, I knew
sweater.
that if we,
Yeah.
I got sweater in 2013. From that
I
point on,
said that. They're like, you wouldn't do that. I go, I swear.
You literally did it to me.
The cameras come on, and
you have to basically be ready for the cameras before they
Look,
come
we
on.
talked about the noogie at length and everything that happened. Me and YP hashed it out. At the end of the day, I also think a noogie on the Jumbotron, Dave's right. Jumbotron is a little bit more international waters.
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
But that guy just smacked me in
Oh,
the back
no,
of the
that
head
was fucked
with
up.
2 minutes left in the third.
Yes.
I turned around and smacked
I'm
him
actually
back.
surprised
Correct.
you didn't just slap him. I that would be a lot of other
Can't
people
just
would be
knock
like, I
somebody
know,
out,
but
even though I said I was going to.
I wouldn't have blamed you if you did.
Yeah, you were
That is
100% in the
fucking-
right in that video.
That's fucking.
And then
unbelievable.
afterwards, in the third, after the Blues scored, I turned around and looked at him. He was just sitting in his seat, not moving at all. And I was like, I don't want to rub it in or anything. but
Dude,
I
I'm
thought it
serious though. That's a ballsy move to fight up. I've seen a million
Yeah.
stand fights in the stands, and the guy below always.
I also
loses.
think though you would just pull him down.
Yeah,
That
that's
kid
true.
didn't
I
look
wasn't
ready
afraid
to
of
Yeah.
Kid, I'm not like the toughest guy
was
in the world, but
16.
that kid. He's 21.
what was your dancing all about? That was tough to watch.
I don't dance.
Did
Well,
you?
you
Were
were.
you thinking about taking your shirt off?
No.
There was a move to the collar that looked like you were like, yeah, you
I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
We was the heat of the
You thought
moment. We're all
about it.
fired up. We've been drinking. We won. It just happened. I don't know.
Anyways, it's 1-1. Long way to go in this series.
You all right?
I'm sick. I told you I was getting
Noodle.
sick.
Blues might have killed you.
No, I don't think so.
Blues might have killed you.
I definitely don't think I'm going to keep you on a leash. I'm going to keep you on a leash.
No
Don't think
chance.
it's a coincidence that you guys celebrated when I wasn't around.
What?
What do you mean?
You're in
what?
your
those
bougie.
guys
No,
wouldn't have
YP had
celebrated?
his video with Boris.
I wasn't near them when they won yesterday.
You think
Oh,
they
yeah, you
wouldn't
were
have celebrated if you were around?
I don't know that they would have won.
So the loss is on you? I don't. What?
Yeah.
We had 6-2. We're doing that special. I went up with the tickets. I'll be with you on Monday.
So you're
Be on
saying
that ass.
you're changing your like strategy here. That means this loss is on you.
It could have been on a whole host of factors.
Sounds like you think it's because you were
I'm
not
not
around
worried.
them, but you
Bruins, I
could
think,
have
are gonna
chosen
win
to be
this
around
series.
them.
Bruins are going to win this series. We had two separate seats of tickets. It's a weird situation with the towels. We didn't buy them together. I'm going to go right back into the roof deck. Frank the Tank. So Frank the Tank,
You wanna do the
this is the Labatt Blue sponsored segment. This guy blew it, but make sure you don't blow it and get yourself a Labatt Blue. So
Damn, that's a good ad.
Nailed it.
fuck right it is. So
Honestly, it doesn't matter what the read is because the video.
So Edwin, what's your closer's
Edwin
name?
Diaz.
Edwin Diaz blew a game versus the Dodgers, and Frank the Tank's freaking out. Mid-freak, his tooth breaks.
Is toofed.
Brody Van Wagenen is an absolute total con man, con artist, incompetent buffoon. He has set this franchise back at least a decade, maybe two. The most moronic trades, most moronic deals, everything he did this offseason has turned to absolute fucking shit. And Edwin Diaz is for the House of Benitez, absolutely pathetic, putrid, horrible closer. He is going to be the biggest bust the Mets have ever had in that fucking bullpen. I think I just broke a tooth. See, now they even cost me another fucking tooth. God damn that piece of shit! Ow, that hurts. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, oh.
Ow! He broke his tooth. And if you notice, he says, "This team cost me another tooth," which means this is a regular occurrence. And
He was in a lot of pain. He cut it short
I mean,
because he was hurt.
He was talking like this. He was like, "Oh no, oh no." At one point, he starts breathing heavy. He's like, it's all time. And the fact that he's blaming the Mets rather than like
And then
the
I saw
rampant soda drinking and the fucking decades of bad diet, the Mets' fault. The Mets are killing him. He's actually falling apart physically at the seams because of the Mets.
When I woke up this morning, I saw the highlights of how the Mets lost. The first thing I did was went to his Twitter profile and read his timeline. And underrated part of the Frank the Tank experience last night, at like 3 a.m, he was like, how do you rotate a picture on YouTube?
The best part is the vlog is sideways.
Yeah, so he's
upside down.
tweeting Dave at 3 a.m, being like, how do you rotate a picture on YouTube? And then the next tweet at like 3:30 in the morning is like, why is no one helping me? Someone help me rotate a picture on YouTube. It's like, bro, it's 3:30.
So like the clip that we put out, we fixed it. But if you watch the whole vlog, he's sideways. It's great. It's
The fucking Tank. He's won $1 billion.
He lives and dies with them.
And go watch it on Big Brain.
I had Towelgate on this. I don't know how much we get into people freaking out, poor normal. I just can't get over the quote. I tweeted today, a lady in the Herald. It's maybe the most outrageous quote I've seen about us. It was a blackout party she said she went to in 2011, and she was there preventing guys are just carrying unconscious girls over their shoulders into cars. Like, it's the most, if you imagine that scene outside House of Blues, just guys carrying, like,
That's like caveman shit, like whack you over the head with a club and I take you back to my
And by the
cave.
way, Paul mentioned, but those parties sucked at House of Blues because there was so much controversy. The streets were lined with cops. You couldn't get in. It was like We have
cleanest
videos.
one of all,
Yeah,
yeah.
and she's saying this. It's just a wild quote. But yeah, I guess it's more
There
the
was,
same.
I mean, the people who said who's next going to sponsor the next game, the KKK.
They're
Like, the
all-
comparisons are out of this fucking world.
It happened with the Cubs when I was supposed to sing the 7th inning stretch. It's going to happen every time we get like a little bit out in the mainstream, and they're obsessed with us.
Obsessed.
It's actually, I was
helps.
talking to Dave before, like the Deadspin writers, if you actually go through their Twitter, they've subtweeted me like 7 times.
And
in
then
the
what
last
will
3
happen?
weeks.
You
And-
don't do it, I do. But if you respond with
Yeah.
like a joke to Wagner, they'll be like, "You just sexually assaulted
Yeah,
her."
it's like you are stalking
How
me.
about her? You see her
She
tweet
literally
being
goes,
like, I guess the
"Suck
Bruins are
dick."
done sucking Dave Portnoy's
Yeah.
dick.
That
Like,
won me back over with her. Though. I like this fucking woman.
No, I
What a
like that
tweet.
too. Everybody should be able to say that kind of shit, but then you can't turn around and be like high and mighty if you're
If
going to
I
talk about sucking
responded
Dave
to
Portnoy's dick.
if I responded to every tweet she had about me, it would be like 15 responses,
Yeah.
and then I would be like,
Well,
every time I go out to dinner, she's like attacking someone who's with me.
That's
It's
what
crazy.
That's what
It's crazy.
That's what she's done. Now they say I ignored her for a long time. Then I started responding. Then it's like Dave Portnoy sexually assaults or harasses Laura Wagner. It's like she's the most. That's what made me
She's a
like
troll,
her.
man.
And
She
she's
is
vile.
obsessed.
Yeah.
Like
They're
suck my
obsessed
dick
with
and
us.
shit. It's like,
Yeah.
she's
Adderall,
something. I
fucking
love her.
Raisin, suck my dick. Like,
I love
buddy.
her. She would be our best. What did I want? Ombudsman ever.
Yeah.
That is the dream job for her.
I'm also convinced we have a stats guy now. I'm gonna have him go through all the times they've been mad at us and look at all the accounts that retweet it and count up how many are different. Because I guarantee you it's the same 50 people.
Every time.
Like you can't find more than 50 people.
How about that bank robber kid?
Yeah.
He called in.
Yeah, he had nothing.
And it's still, I'm not totally.
This guy who robbed the bank who said the word the worst.
robbed a bank.
That's a real sentence.
And he called in.
Yeah.
He robbed a bank.
He got
Like,
arrested
went to
for
jail
robbing.
for it. Yeah.
He spent 3 months in jail and got out dismissed.
And he's
But
throwing stones,
He
like-
told the story. It doesn't add up. He's like, there's dispute with the teller. Like, I said it was my money. They said it wasn't. He took it and walked out.
Yeah.
Got arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
no.
and he's offended by our jokes and shit. Is that what's going on? Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
He had nothing though. I'm like, give me one example. He's like, I can't.
Everybody who says that, I saw someone say like, "Can you give me an example?" And it was some blue check, and he just put the Daily Beast article in there.
That's
and that's
the-
not examples either. That's all opiniated and
Right.
made up shit too.
right.
Give me
That's not
actual
right.
examples.
NBA
can't.
Finals start tonight. I now hate Toronto. I used to have no problem with Toronto, but their fans kind of drive me nuts.
Interesting.
And Drake drives me nuts.
Yep.
So I'm on Golden State. I want to shut these Toronto people up.
I'm excited for it because I just want.
Do you think it's gonna be a good series?
I actually think it will be decent. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like 6. 6 would be
I
great
think-
compared to what we've had.
I think Kawhi can win like 2 games by
Yeah.
himself, and that's the most you're gonna get though.
I just want there to be some kind of definitive Kevin Durant, either like the Warriors lose the first 2, he comes back and saves the Warriors, or the Warriors win the first 2, he comes back and they lose. Like something,
Answers
Yeah.
the question.
or like the Warriors sweep the Raptors and Kevin Durant doesn't play. Like I want something where the takes will just melt the internet.
Yeah.
'Cause it will
just want-
happen.
I want like Draymond to like punch Drake in the face.
Drake kind of does what like we do though. You know what I mean?
No.
Like he is just he's given this opportunity basically to be like
No,
a
I don't
super
know if
fan.
I'd touch
No.
the coach.
No,
No,
I've
I
sat-
agree that he takes it too far, but I think he's just
His
like,
antics during the game is what specifically bothers me. I've sat in great seats. I don't like run
Yeah.
and become part of the team.
You
Yeah.
yell a little bit, you'll chirp,
Yeah.
but like you don't get
Yeah,
up.
he goes too
Yeah.
far,
and
but
do
I'm
the
just saying
clapping
that.
after every bucket.
He's
Basketball's
an
a lot.
asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The NBA asked to move his seats. They're just like, no.
That's funny.
Like they're trying
Adam
to get
Silver
him
having to
control him.
address it is,
Yeah.
is great.
So
That shirt he was
I-
wearing though was cool. Kawhi not.
yeah,
That's cool.
I like that
He's
he's
a cool
like,
guy.
and,
Yeah.
and like Mallory was wearing the Pusha T-shirt, and he
Yeah.
was like, "It's all good." Like he's being a dick, but he's like,
he's just
He's
a
playing
dick
with
in
it,
the
like,
game is what
yeah.
drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I just don't like him touching the coach.
That
I know
was
that's
way
kind
too
of
much.
weird.
Yeah.
that was too
But
much.
it was like
It's too
he even
too
thought
much.
it was weird. I think
Yeah.
after he did
Oh,
it,
yeah.
he was like, "Whoa, what did
Yeah,
you
like,
do?"
yeah. I think he probably knows he's got to scale
Yeah,
back. now.
right.
Anything post show?
First time all here.
Uh,
Finally did it.
I haven't been in this office much.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
if we're gonna be honest, calling that Grit Week, that was like
What?
your Grit Week was.
Yeah,
I mean,
we did a lot of work.
the people of Buffalo and Cleveland have to be like a Malibu week a little bit.
I mean,
I
we're going
when I hear
to.
Grit Week,
Well, wait,
I'm
wasn't
thinking
that the
steel.
point though? Like,
What?
that it was not gritty this time? It was like
Well, no, it
Malibu,
was
like-
also we had to get a shitload of.
I mean,
interviews
it
'cause
was
I'm having a
it
kid.
was it was Hollywood week.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
but yeah,
Zac Efron versus Richie Incognito eating wings.
yeah, we're going to. Well, we didn't want to double up because we're doing. We do the training camp tour, and that's last year we went to L.A. and San Francisco for that.
That Glitter Week.
Glitter
that,
week, yeah.
That was what that
It was
was.
Grit Week
Grit
in the
Week.
fact that we
A lot of work,
did
but it
basically,
was-
yeah.
Glitter. It was
Yeah,
was
and there's some gritty time.
pomp and
We got the
circumstance.
cops threatened to call on us like twice. That was kind of gritty.
I mean, I see like PFT doing like window, like sliding into like Malibu estates with like the Pacific behind.
Oh
it.
yeah, we drove through Malibu. That
Yeah.
place is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's.
I mean, we didn't stop, but yeah, we
Right.
drove through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
It was just you had a van.
You can
that's
just
gritty.
say you're jealous that Zac Efron's been inside me and not you.
That was wild.
You can say it.
that face he made, man, that was.
I didn't think he
He
looked
went
that
knuckles
good.
deep. Now you're just being a hater.
No, I didn't like his
mean,
like facial beard, all that
His
shit.
hair obviously a little different, but he was.
I also don't think he was like
his
you know,
eyes are
dialed
like,
up for you.
Yeah, his eyes are enchanting.
That
So is Cal
Dunkirk, the
Ripken Jr.'s.
Dunkirk shit
Yeah,
was so fucking
he's
funny.
a funny guy. He's a
He was
good guy. Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
a
saying
fucking good guy.
that you gotta do the Midwest or something.
Yeah, we're doing it for
Buffalo,
training camp.
Yeah. What are you
Yeah.
gonna call it?
I mean, it's the training camp tour. We whatever the sales is going to call it. It's going to be Detroit, Cleveland.
Did anybody from
KC.
Cleveland or Buffalo be like, "Yo,
No, because we did that 2 times. Then we did the South, trying to grow the brand.
got it, Glitter Week"?
Yeah, I mean we're trying to go everywhere.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's just not a whole hell of a lot of grit in Malibu.
We were in Malibu we drove through Malibu. We literally drove through Malibu. We were up all the way north for the Rams because they have a fucking facility so far away, and
Where are
then
their facilities?
they're like in Thousand Oaks, like way up, and then driving back was through Malibu.
All right.
Didn't even stop in Malibu.
Where is Efron's place?
It's not in Malibu. I don't want to say it because he doesn't want people to, because like it's, so you can like walk up to his house.
I thought that was weird. So when he goes to the
He
beach,
does
he's
not
just
live
like
in
on the
Malibu.
beach.
Tommy's gonna be even like,
What? Oh, Tommy's just happy you're back because he's been a little fucking neutered bitch. Yeah,
A
he
rudderless
has.
ship, man.
Dude,
He's
he
just
has.
been
It's been
wandering around, like-
unreal. And now you're back. He's gonna be all tough guy Tommy. No one changes more when you come back than Tommy. What's the face you're giving me?
Well, just saying, like, it's not like you're giving away his exact address.
Yeah, he lives on the beach.
Okay.
We did the interview and
No,
I
that
said,
makes sense to me.
I
If
said
you
where he
told
lived, and they
someone a
asked
stretch
us
of
not.
beach-
They asked us to take that out.
like
Because-
you said, like the county.
No,
Like
if I
Orange
said the
county.
no, he lives in L.A. If I said the town that he like the neighborhood he lives in, it's not a huge neighborhood.
Got it.
And he lives on the
No,
beach.
if you're talking about like Jersey and you were like the Spring Lake Beach, there's like a stretch of
Right.
small beach.
Yeah, no, I just didn't know it was LA at all.
Yeah, he lives in L.A.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Lives in LA.
He lives in L.A.
Glad we cleared it out.
I'll be done.
That's ridiculous.